Hi, it's Daisy Dementia, and today I will be showing you how I make my lock shampoo. So for this, you will be using 1 cup of water, any type of green tea, rosemary, apple cider vinegar. I prefer Dr. Bronners Peppermint, and tea tree oil. Heat up the water. I will also be adding crushed rosemary, or you can use fresh. And whether you crush it using the skull of your enemies or by a mortar and pestle is entirely up to you. You use as much or as little as you like. And just dump that shit in there. Then allow this to cool. What I did forget to mention is that you will need to strain the rosemary out. You could either use cheesecloth or a coffee filter. So while that is literally cooling in the background, I'll describe the benefits of green tea and rosemary together. So green tea helps prevent hair loss and fights off dandruff and dryness. And rosemary stimulates hair growth. It has antibacterial properties. It increases the shine of your hair, and it alleviates dry, irritated scalp issues, especially dandruff. So one thing I want to add before I continue on from this point is something about sea salt. Now, sea salt is very, very good for beginner locks before they really start to form their sections. This will really help speed up and accelerate your progress. So before I continue, this is where you're going to want to add the sea salt. So after you heat up your water for the tea, you add the tea and the rosemary, then you would add 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Specifically, sea salt is supposed to mimic the ocean, and that helps strip out dead skin cells and especially in conjunction with a sea salt spray, it really helps with removing the moisture from the hair to end up having the hair come together to lock. So I've stopped using sea salt in my shampoo since my hair has formed very nice sections now, but in the beginning I really do believe it helped in addition to the sea salt spray. And for the salt spray, you can easily do this at the same time that you're making the shampoo. You'll boil water, add a tablespoon of sea salt to about 4 cups of water, maybe 2 cups. It depends on how, it should really be salty. And then you'll let it cool, add your oils, tea tree, peppermint, lavender. Lavender helps with inflammation. Do not use lemon. Lemon is a softening agent, so you're just going to be defeating yourself at this point if you add the lemon. And don't use a sea salt spray daily because it can dry out your scalp. In the shampoo, it really helps with removing dead skin cells. So here we are. This is cooled. I'm going to get rid of this. And from this point, you will add, don't judge my broken tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, about 10 to 20 drops of the tea tree oil, and 4 tablespoons of the Dr. Bronners. And then you will funnel it into here, and I'll put the cheesecloth over the top of this, and it will help strain the rosemary chunks. If I can open this, that'd be great. So I'll be getting the cheesecloth here in a second. Here's my tablespoon, and just like everything else, I'll be doing a description of the benefits of all these items. I mean, honestly, this isn't science. I'm not mixing rocket fuel, so I've only done 2 tablespoons. But if you feel like you would benefit from more, feel free to do it. I really don't count these either. Because no matter what, just this combination will really help your scalp. So after some time, you'll just kind of get a feel for what you need most. So here I have my cheesecloth. I just kind of do this. I have this stirred together. So the benefits of apple cider vinegar is that it balances the pH of your scalp. It exfoliates the scalp. It's anti-inflammatory, which helps soothe the follicles for the hair and helps with dandruff. Plus, it counteracts the buildup that people complain about with Dr. Bronners. Tea tree oil is the warrior to all your hair needs. It has many antimicrobial properties. It moisturizes the scalp. In addition to everything else, it also battles dandruff too. Peppermint oil, it increases circulation. And then Dr. Bronners, a lot of people complain about, but then also hail it as the best thing for locks. So it just depends on what method they're using, and if they're just using it straight, yeah, you're going to get buildup, especially if you live in an area with hard water. Otherwise, when you do Dr. Bronners correctly for locks, you will get a lot of benefits from it. So here you have it. This is the best bottle, I believe, for locks. You can get it from Walmart in the dollar section. You can find them in you're not going to find it in the hair section. This type of bottle you will normally find in the condiments section, because normally people will fill these with ketchup or mustard, or I've used these for homemade barbecue sauce before in the past. But for locks, it's really great because you can really get to the scalp with this type of nozzle. I recommend getting multiple of them. For a sea salt spray, you want a spray bottle instead. In addition to what I just did, I will also use this. I don't use it every time I shower, but I'll use this for my scalp also, because it's anti-residue, and people complain about Dr. Bronners being not residue-free. It really helps, cleanse the hair too. So, there you are. Let me know what you think in the comments below.